people in my life, different experiences in my life and whatnot. So
All right, so let's take you back. And so you've got quite a history. You taught English as a second language. You were a speechwriter, I think, for somebody one time. So how did you come up to get where you are today? And you are a screw the commuter, although I'm sure that doesn't mean a whole lot in where you live in Los Angeles, because
no, it
it's
does. It does.
oh, it
Also, how
does?
much time do you have? Because,
Yeah.
yeah, the climb in Hollywood is never that short. There is never, you always hear these things about an overnight success, and it's just once you dig a little deeper, you're like, oh wait, they've been in the industry 15
Right.
years, 18 years,
Yeah.
whatever it is. So,
All right. So how'd you
um,
start out?
well, let's see. So I went to school in Washington, D.C.
Hmm.
at George Washington. I studied journalism, so I knew I always loved to write.
Are
My
you
mom
from
is
that area, or where are you from?
I grew up in Jersey. I'm a Jersey
Oh,
girl.
Jersey girl. Okay.
Jersey girl, yeah. So, and then headed down to
Did you
D.C.,
know
studied,
Snooki?
not personally, but I feel like I do.
Okay.
Yeah. Um, and then from DC, I studied in Florence, and that wasn't quite out of my system. So after school, I taught English as a foreign language, which was great for my writing skills, just observing all of these different people and cultures and whatnot.
Hmm.
And I was around Italy and a little bit in France. Came back and I got my first job at what at the time was the Time Warner AOL Foundation. So this is dating myself. I mean, that's how long ago that was. Um, and I worked for a couple of wonderful men there, and one of whom went on to New Line Cinema and asked me to join him. And New Line was, a very robust studio at the time. It was an exciting time for New Line because it was falling on the heels of The Lord of the Rings, which is that franchise essentially saved that studio. They took a huge risk and bet so much money on that franchise, which paid off in spades. And then along with that, they had The Notebook, Rush Hour, all of these different, smaller films, sleeper hits, things that were really